Hey there, it's Lisa Renee with the Lisa Renee Project. And today I want to share with you something that happened last week. And I wasn't going to share this, and I'm not sure why, because I told you I would share everything. So last week, I was right on the verge of caving to the buy some wine gremlin. And I haven't had a craving since I quit 4 months ago. But I'm going to tell you how I went through that, got through it, and came out still a proud non-drinker. First of all, for many people who stop drinking after a long period of heavy drinking, such as me, go through many cravings in their short time, like I've been going through 4 months. However, I haven't had any until last week. And cravings are normal. They're proof that you're human and that you depended on a liquid hit of dopamine. But mine showed up midweek last week. I'm not even sure what that was. I'm not even sure exactly what happened, except that I felt like I hadn't been sleeping well at night. And I'd wake up feeling that I hadn't been sleeping well. And my smartwatch tells me I'm sleeping well. I'm getting the deep sleep that I need, and as long as I need. But I'd wake up feeling like I hadn't slept. And that just kind of put everything into a roller coaster. And just about, on that downside of a roller coaster, coming into tragedy. I couldn't figure out the sleep thing because I had been taking these supplements that were supposed to help me with sleep. And like I said, it seemed like I was sleeping, but I wasn't waking up feeling good. I was feeling almost like I had a hangover. And I was feeling depressed and miserable. So, as I do when I'm trying to figure something out, like how I'm feeling or why I'm feeling, I questioned everything. So I started doing some research, and valerian is in the concoction along with, ashwagandha, rhodiola, valerian. I know that I had been taking some melatonin mixed in with other supplements as well. I quit the melatonin because I knew that could cause problems. But what I found out is valerian doesn't sit well with me. And it can also give you a sort of hangover feeling. And that doesn't happen to everyone, but it happened to me. So I decided to quit taking all supplements for sleep and just figure it out. Stop drinking caffeine late. I don't eat late because that disruption happens when you're trying to digest food late at night, so you don't sleep well. So I'm not even eating late. So I decided I'm just going to have to suck it up and ride this wave and figure it out. I got rid of the supplements. So before that actually works, because, you got to get that out of your system, then you actually got to sleep well for a few nights and see how that works with you in the morning, I needed something now. I needed like a rescue plan. So I know that out there's different ways that you can interrupt these craving patterns. And I've actually got what I call a 20-minute rescue plan. I've never actually had to use it until this time last week. But the craving hit me when I'm driving. And I'm driving home after a day of exhaustion, doing my DoorDash thing. And so I knew I had to do what I could to disrupt this pattern. So science tells you that cravings happen in waves, and there's peaks, and they will fade if you learn to ride them out. So what happened to me, I literally said out loud while I'm driving, wine. Oh my God, I want some wine, and I need to turn around and go back to the nearest store and get some wine. Naming it actually can flicker something on in the brain that creates this the logical part of your brain to just start going, okay, so you're having a craving. What are we going to do? So the first thing is take a couple deep breaths and realize, what am I feeling other than I want the wine? So, okay, my jaw's tense. I'm gripped on the steering wheel. My shoulders are hunched. I'm hungry, and I'm pretty much hangry because I didn't bring enough food with me for the day, and I hate buying food out because it's, anyway, another story. So, and I'm sleepy. And I'd already been through this, that I have to go through this feeling of sleep deprivation and kind of a hangover thing. And so now what am I going to do? All right, I got all this good intel. So the next thing you got to do in this quick plan is to hydrate and eat some protein. Well, I have my water, I have my green tea, and I'm plenty hydrated. I'm not dehydrated, but having some protein. I didn't have anything else to eat, so that was out. And I'm still driving, and I need something now. I can't eat. Not right now. I'm still driving. So then came my secret weapon. It's my motivation hit. So I have my phone propped like right at eye level for driving, in its holder over here. So I just put on YouTube and I started scrolling. It's synced to my radio so I can hear it. I don't necessarily want to watch it because that's very distracting when you're driving, but I want to hear it. And one of the first things that popped up is Mel Robbins. And I was like, I need to hit a Mel Robbins. So as that's one of the first things that popped up in my feed, I clicked on it. So I cranked up the sound, and within minutes, I felt that craving just dissipate and leave. And my motivation and determination just returned. And boom, 5 minutes of Mel Robbins. I don't know if you've ever heard her. I'll put links below. But Mel Robbins has a way about her. She has a trademark, get up and go. And it snapped my focus of these wine fantasies to let's build an empire. Lady, snap out of it. We've got work to do. You can obsess over Chardonnay while Mel is yelling lovingly at you to take some action. Or, what are you going to do? And thankfully, neural real estate is limited. So I decided to focus on what I was listening to. And by minute 15, the craving had morphed from this roaring freight train to some bored house cat. And here's the wild part. I actually felt proud. I was like, you got this. There ain't nothing that ain't gonna stop you. You know what you want. You know what you gotta do. Why are you letting this crap build inside you when you know what to do? Don't let it happen again. You can't be hungry. You can't be thirsty. You can't be tired. I know, but you can't stop it, right? So sometimes you gotta have something in your pocket that you can pull out that's gonna pull you up. Granted, this was the first and only time I've had a craving since I quit wine 4 months ago. But I felt somebody else needed to hear this. And maybe they need something that's going to help them get through. So you heard what I do, or what I did when I'm driving. But here's some other things you can do, like if you're sitting at home and you're having an episode, a craving episode. Journaling. Writing down and actually speaking out loud what you're grateful for. 3 of them. You got to list 3. Getting outside and getting some air. Go walk your dogs. Or for me, one of the plans I have is get in my golf cart, get out on the back of the property and just breathe in the air, listen to the birds, listen to the trees, the wind through the trees, and it will actually calm me, because I know that does calm me no matter what. And here's another one. Here's a third. One of my favorite is take a nap. If you can, lay down and take a nap. I've even napped in my car when I've been out working. I put a pause on my app, turn everything off, music, whatever, and just put the seat back, close my eyes, and nap. Just take a nap. It heals a lot. And you have to give yourself permission to do so. Napping is okay. So I have learned, research has shown that cravings crest, meaning they're at their highest within 20 to 30 minutes, and then they tend to wane. They go away. So if you can distract yourself, your brain, by doing some breathing, heavy breathing, doing some yoga, getting out in the fresh air, doing some journaling, writing, putting everything on paper, even things, words, just let them flow onto paper can help. Flood your brain with input, like a podcast, like some Mel Robbins, like some Andrew Huberman or Tony Robbins, or anything motivating that, feels good for you to listen to. And one of Mel Robbins' newest, it's on YouTube, it's a podcast. It's if you're feeling behind in life, watch this. That's the title of her video. And I'll put a link to that below as well. Just remember that just one glass, or just go buy your bottle of wine. It's a feeling. You don't have to listen to it. It's not a command. You are in control. So you got to have tools. Be prepared for when they hit. You may not be as lucky as I have been, only having one craving in 4 months. Before you go, leave a comment below telling me what is your fastest craving crusher. I'd like to learn your tricks and maybe be able to use it if it ever happens to me again. Also, you can find my 5 recipe mocktail guide below. It's free, and that's always good for, having some fancy drinks that, you don't need any booze in them to feel special. And remember, we are not behind in life. We are renovating. We're starting again, because it's not the end. This is our new beginning. Stay strong, stay quirky, keep renovating, and I'll see you next time. Love, as always. This is Lisa Renee.